Alright, my subscribers, I am recording a video today about how to take care of your car and make it last longer. Very simple steps, and I know probably majority of the people know, what I'm about to, go over today. And probably majority of the people know how to do this, but I thought it was still a good idea to make a video about it. So as you see here, this engine for the car. Now, a lot of people think, hey, let's get in and you just drive the car, and then when something goes wrong, take it to get checked out. Well, a lot of times it's just a simple, few steps. Like here, for example, radiator. You need to put some antifreeze. If you don't have some antifreeze, you can mix it like half and half, and put some water until you get some antifreeze to keep the car running. Power steering fluid. So here, right here, this is the stick. Where you can check, make sure the oil is good. And of course you wipe it off with a napkin, then put it back in to get the exact level. If you this can go as well if you're going to look for a car as well. You want to buy a car. Some good information is look inside, look under, on the sides. Make sure you don't got no oil leaks. You see this engine's pretty clean. There's no oil leaks in this engine. You just got to maintain the car, you see, as far as you maintain the car. Then of course every car is different. Like my cabin filters are up here. Other cars may be under, close to the window, and you pull off a whole plastic cover and then you can put in your cabin filters. By all means, those cabin filters, you should replace them. Every year is a good idea to replace your cabin filters, because keep in mind, all that air, when those filters get dirty, you're breathing dirty air. And honestly, like I say again, a lot of people recommend, some cars drive 10,000 miles on the oil. Some people recommend 15,000 miles on one oil change. Some people tell you drive 8,000 on an oil change. If you want to drive a little bit over the mileage on an oil change, I would consider changing your oil every 5,000 miles if it's fully synthetic. And if you have a car that is high maintenance, then I would change it, every 3,000 miles to prolong the life of the car. Obviously, the more you keep up with your oil change, the more better you're going to keep the engine in good condition. Keeps the oil clean, keeps the engine running better. And you can check inside, open up the hood, and if your car needs a little bit of oil, once you check that stick, you can change. You can add a cord, or if it needs 2 cords, you would know by the stick. Now, a lot of new cars, like the 2019s, 2020s, even 2012s, as far as BMW, so they don't have dipsticks on the engine, so you won't be able to check the oil from there. But you can check it from BMW iDrives. So the newer BMWs don't have any dipsticks anymore, but you can check the antifreeze and all that other stuff still on new BMWs. My advice is, even in the newer cars, I know BMW doesn't have dipsticks, but even the other newer cars and the other, automakers, if they don't have dipsticks, you can check it into their computer, into their, like the iDrive for BMW. For other cars, you can check in their system to make sure what's your oil level. Like on the newer BMW, they have the BMW app, and you can check your oil to make sure it's okay from the app. But for older cars and people who have older cars, that you check it through the dipstick. And BMW also has, let me see if I can open this. So this is why I wanted to bring it close, because I don't want the car to get hot, because of course if it gets too hot, then I can't open this. But you see that little, this tells me that my car is full of antifreeze right here, that little dipstick. And every automaker has their way to describe how much antifreeze is in the radiator. So with me saying this, if you just check your fluids like the oil, the antifreeze, make sure they stay topped off and they don't get low, you would be amazed how long this will prolong the life of your car. And, you know, change the oil on the regular, 3,000 to 5,000 miles with fully synthetic oil. And one more thing to say, once you go fully synthetic, you can go back to the regular oil. You have to keep putting fully synthetic oil. But it is better oil, and it does prolong the life of your engine.